Hello, everyone. Yes, I am still here. Oh, well, for these ones. Anyway, um, just going to, I don't know how long this is going to be, but I got some messages, and thing is, you see, I don't like wasting time, and these blanks thought that they were going to try to do that. Anyway, as the title, what I said. So, what I will say right now, because I'm told, as always, to speak about whatever they give me. So, this is, and it will piss off a lot of people. Don't know. Depending. And hopefully, you're not in this kind of situation either. And it's about, what to call it. I really don't know. Third parties, love triangles. I really don't know. And much more. But I'll explain. See, once upon a time in the land of blanks, you see, they thought it would be funny to put me in whatever you want to call it. Now, I explained that since the beginning. Also, it's more common than you thought. I was put in the middle because ones want to cover up, you know, that they had side pieces. And it could be that they wanted the person or whatever, you know, could be, I don't know, whoever. But they got ignored. So they decided, well, to blame the first person they saw. Or I don't know how, but anyway. One thing you won't know if you are put in the middle, that you are in their little game. Now, you will get all kinds of BS. They gossip about you, which all of you know to ignore it, right? Because the truth always comes out, you know, especially when, you never did anything. Okay? Okay. And they'll run and tell whoever that ignored them that it is your fault. Even when you're not around them, near them, don't know them. Okay? And that where this is all going on, wherever they are, you is never there. So, whoever they put you in the middle with, because they're trying to get them, that person either, depends, probably believed them, or they ignored it again, Then these ones, they go and tell someone else. And then it gets bigger, you know, the, the group. Now, where this is going, well, you know where it's going. Hopefully, you know I'm going to say, right? Okay. Well, if not, I'll tell you. As I said, and the groups got bigger, then different ones, I don't know, got in on it, you know, and it just kept getting bigger. So again, as I see how a lot got involved, thing is, how? How would anyone? Now, I spoke about this before. Hey, I guess across the board did too. How would anybody get involved? Well, it should be a no, that you shouldn't have. But they did because what? Hmm? Of one lie started. And then it was like dominoes. And no, not the pizza. Oh, wow. I could use one. Never mind. Um, anyway, it is amazing that one lie did, you know, and a lot of easy people that will do anything and believe anything without going to that person who knows the truth. Now, I've said this, and that's with anything. Now you have all these money hungry, jealous blanks who now attack for no reason. And with other things, you know, who figured, to do stuff at work and, don't care if they ruin, wherever company that they're at. Anyway, that don't even know why they are doing all this either. You see how easy it is to get tempted to do something instead of researching or go and ask the person who you all are attacking or doing whatever at your place of work or in your home. Oh, yeah. A lot did get caught, by the way. A lot of people are making up stuff. This way people can, you can research it to make sure that it is real news. I don't know. I just overheard someone speaking about it, where they were, doing things this way. It's like all kinds of made up viruses and new sickness and stuff like that. And check before you sign, as I told you in my other videos, which I overheard, what you're signing, for these vaccines, which are, I don't know, something's wrong with them. I don't know. I'm going to check into that, and everything. But um, everybody keep up on that because they're changing it to bio something. Um, that's all I heard. Bio, I don't remember. But if I do hear about it, I will put it up. But yeah, they're changing words. This way you don't notice it and you sign it. So they have access to your whole entire body to give you the vaccine, even if you don't want it. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, not one bothered to ask, as I said, and it's not only what these ones are doing to me. And didn't any of you, ask me if, do I know any of you? Was I even around any of you? Was I even where all of you are? Just like I said, since the beginning. And I was told to, bring certain things up again. But, so, did any of you think about any question to ask yourselves, for these people? Any of you? What's going on? What's happening? Not only with mine. Okay. Like, why are we doing this again? And why are these ones, the groups or whatever, continuing to think that they're getting more people instead of those ones asking, how come you don't just do it? Or, ask questions. So, why are you trying to come back? You were all blocked. My team, blocked you all. I don't want nothing to do with you. Go up. Even if I did get close to you, which that's a blank no. You'll still be invisible to me. You think, or anyone will, listen to more lies, more BS, and then what? Take you back as buddies? Yeah. That's a no too. But what else is a no? None of you did. None of you asked that question. Just decided to do all kinds of everything, thinking that I wanted to be part of your games. Yeah. Yep. That you thought you would win without knowing who I am. Okay. See, as others said that I heard, You see, you messed with me, right? You do know who you're really messing with, right? No, you'll find out. Anyway, all these ones, they played dirty and just continued. But did any of them think that I gave permission and wanted to play? No. You see, the answer is no. Till you cross the line. Then it became a whole new level. You were told. And I've been saying this for the last, I don't know, 4 videos. But, as I said, never listen to lies. None of us. Never think you can judge a person by thinking they wouldn't win. Anybody can win. Anyone. The thing is, you win anyway, even if you lose. Okay? Because did you have fun playing a game? Did you have fun? So, it doesn't matter who wins. Okay? You can congratulate each other or whatever. You know, they did a great job. It's not that they are better than you. It's not that, like I said, they're not greater than you, You did your best, they did their best. Okay? So, if anyone are, with someone, always make sure you aren't the side piece. Okay? You look into it. Unless you don't care. You see, like I said, unless you don't care, it really don't matter if you know and still continue. Thing is, because you do know, well, when you're the one, who winds up with each other, and you knew, you're not only the home wrecker, the side piece. Now this is a man and or a woman, both do it. They don't care who you're with or whatever, as long as, oh wow, I'm going to get that person, make them mess up their marriage or their relationship, blah, 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 blah. You know how it works. But they are whatever, you want. Or whatever you want to say. You see, both are players. And what you did, you know it will happen to you. Right? With the next one that comes along. Just like how it happened with both of you. You do know that, right? Like I said, men or women, you both do the same. I'm just saying. But don't do it. Don't fall for it. Also, don't fall for the lies either. And put yourself into a, you know, don't put yourself into that situation. You can ruin, you know, your lives or someone else's. But you definitely, if you are doing what is happening, you know, what I put up with the alerts and what these ones are doing to me, well, don't get, don't, don't do what they're doing because you will ruin your lives. Plus, who you get to join you. See, why don't you make it a trend since ones like to do that? If you find out they have a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, you know, you find that person, right? And let them know. Why don't you help people out instead of keeping it to yourself or, oh, I don't care. They're with me now. But wouldn't you like to know? I guess you would. See, ones who find out, you see, most would just walk away and just say, well, it's your problem now. I'm getting on with my life. But no, you have the other ones, you know, seek revenge and do whatever, you know, especially, if you have kids, you should be friendly and not teach the kids all that BS. It's also called you guys weren't meant for each other. It was meant that, you had kids, depending, you know, if you're trying to trap somebody, that's a whole different story because most of the time, the one that you're trapping, well, it's not theirs anyway. So, you know, you get what I mean. Since I can only say about myself, but probably others feel the same. But did any of you think that you would continue, you know, by you continuing that I still wouldn't know? Really? You see, before, when I was low, that, you know, I wouldn't say, oh, okay, they pushed too far now. And you thought because I was low that when you pushed, that I wouldn't have the strength to defend myself. That's what you thought. See, you also thought that I was this lost little puppy that, well, first of all, you shouldn't have in the first place tried what you did. But anyway, that because you thought that I was a lost puppy, that you wouldn't think that even a puppy would defend themselves. I mean, you would defend yourself, right? If someone pushed you too far, right? But in this case, you see, you pushed me too far, but see, I do what I have to do. God takes care of the rest. But all of you are playing victim. Did I ever say that I was the victim? No. Did I say everything what you did? No. Did I say that I knew all of you? No. Did I ever do anything to any of you? Uh, no. Plus, how could I? I don't know. I don't know you. And I don't play games, especially with people that involves lives. You know, just saying. Did you think you would what, win coming up against me? That's what you thought. Yeah, you thought that you wouldn't lose. Hmm. You thought I was just this lonely person who only took care of others, you know, stayed to myself. I'm a private person that you wanted to know more, because you thought I was private and I was doing, you know, so much and I had so much. Plus, you thought that I had a lot that I could share with you from my past. Hmm. That you would know, want to know. This way, again, you could play victim to whoever with my life and make it yours. Hmm. Okay. I don't see how. But anyway, it's like, yeah, right. Well, I'm private for reasons. This way, I don't get involved with fakeness, who harm people, who bully people, who steals from people, and lies constantly. And way too much drama. See, again, you know, That's not reality. See, if I wanted to see drama, I will watch drama. But they're more, I don't know, they're not annoying. And they're great actors and actresses. You know, and some of them are funny, you know, and I could go on, but anyway, you see, like I said, I love drama stories, I love watching them, and I love what's true. I love stories, you know, that are love stories that is real, that you can make it into your own real fairy tale. Not, like the fairy tales that are on TV. Your own. You know, make your own, you know, missions. You know, like Bond movies, but not like the the movie literally. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I could go on, but why? You see, you don't judge a person because they are quiet, because they're private, and whatever, thinking someone is hiding something. I don't hide anything. I don't say anything, like what I'm up to. If I'm not having a good day, or if I'm not feeling well, you know, naturally, normally, not by forced. I don't say anything, not even if it was forced. One, it's none of your business anyway. And why should I, tell people that I'm not feeling good? Oh, I have a migraine. Or, oh, I don't know. For what? To get sympathy? No. For what? They were having a good day. So why should I tell somebody that, all that? But anyway, you see, the difference is whatever the day is, I make it a good day, no matter what. You know, I mean, if you're not feeling well or whatever, yeah, I would like to know. This way I can, help you get better. You know, it's my nature anyway. You know, my husband or boyfriend, whatever, if they're not feeling well, we all know that when people get sick, they're just like little babies. Yeah, I will treat them like a little baby. Not really, but you know, I would get him, tea or whatever. Make sure that he's warm enough. Blah, blah, blah. But that's between. Anyway, I have a question to these ones anyway. And the new ones. And the newer ones. You really don't realize you could have had a better life, right? You did know that, right? Hmm. Okay. But, hmm, are you really that hard up to risk everything, including your bloodline? Ask, I'm asking that question. Would you risk all that to, do, well, what these ones did and what's going on? I'm talking about, like, harming people, stealing, and, murder, the rest, and etc. Would you risk all that? And what happens if you had kids? Huh? What happens if you had kids? What do you think is going to happen to them? Our kids are supposed to be, better than us. We're supposed to teach them and not to repeat. They're supposed to learn how to make it better. Okay. But really, you would risk all that. And yes, I know exactly what you've been trying again. And you thought that, to bring back all the noise. Really? For what? You know, Sending, I don't know what you call those entities, to make noise and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I know about it, but wasn't long. And you do know that it's all returning back to all the senders times fold. Oh, I'm not saying how much times, but it's going to be a lot more and a lot more noisier. Oh, yeah, I said it in my last video, and I think the one before that too, that you're going to have to wait like I did, you know, trying to wondering when they're going to sneak up on you. Okay. Well, the wait is done for all of you. Hmm. Oh, yeah. And also, what don't you know about when someone says they have professional bodyguards that are gangsters. And I have gangsters up in Spirit too. With, you know, that, what don't you understand? Huh? What don't you understand when someone says that? And it's not only, they're not only around me. I said that. And didn't I say not to cross that line? To push that far? Okay. See, not only me, but you do know, and I said it, my men don't miss either. I told you I also had them all around the world too. You never know. I even might be behind you. Obviously, not while I'm making the video, but you never know. I might be just sitting there doing a video. You actually think that I'm going to tell you? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be there. So, you know, I'll let you see me. I'll let you see my, my team. Do you think that they'll actually let you see? But they could walk right by you. You know, they might be wearing their little sunglasses, at night. They might be, during the day. You don't know. You never know. And like I said, well, all, and I mean all, not only in my situation, just peeved, I'll say. I think I could say that. I don't know. Well, anyway, you get what I mean? Mm, my ancestors, even more. God and the other ones, yeah, even more. Because you don't listen. You don't even care about yourself or others, you know, who you're doing it to. Or the ones that, you convinced with lies that, to join you. And you just continue doing, whatever. You see, you kept continuing to do. You do what? Huh? digging a bigger hole to fall in, which, like I said, it may be your last time to be existing. That will be turning into non-existing. You know what that means. You should have been making it better instead of being fake, trying to live as another person, thinking you can try anything to, you know, off someone, you know, making one's sick, ruining people, because why? You're entitled. You abuse, what you do. You know the list. Now, what do you think is going to happen? You might be listening to this in, prison. And like I said, it depends. You might be in jail, which I doubt, but prison. And you will be booked. And for certain ones, you see, I mean, everybody's going to be there, but, for certain ones, you'll be getting slapped. And I'm not going to say how many times by me. And if I'm not there, it depends where yous are. One of the ones in court will be doing it. And then I'll finish up what I'm supposed to say. And then, after all that, you'll go back to your cells or whatever. And God will be finishing along with Spirit, all of them will be finishing. You see, you were to told I'm not to mess with. You see, for all thinking you know it all and thought you knew me. Okay. All thought wrong. Yep. Now, all will be accountable for what all did. Whatever you did. As I said in my other video, no one's taking blame for what others did. No more. You did something? Well then, it's you that has to be accountable. No one else. And again, it's not only, these ones like I said, that are constant with me. It's ones who are doing to me, and all who are doing, criminal acts, BS, and, well, you know the list. Again, I mentioned them all before, and what's going on, not only in USA, but around the world too. It's over. It's done. And guess what else is over? The wait for all of you. Now you will feel what people and what I went through. But mine, for effing reason, mine was 24/7, non-stop. Really? Okay. Well, you knew, as I said in the last video, you know what karma is. I know you do. See, what I had was every single one of all of your karma, plus what my everyday normal person, what I had to do. But that's okay. So, do you think all of you, do you think that you can survive like I did? Huh? Oh. Okay. Well, I guess it depends what God and Spirit is going to do. But I do know that, all that the karma or BS or whatever you threw towards me, it is coming back to you. And remember, each time, any of you try to attach yourselves to me that don't work, that you guys get attached to each other. Remember, God cut all the cords and whatever and tied you all together. So, well, since you don't want to be alone, in whatever, now all of you are going to do each other in whatever you made karma, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into it, but you get what I mean. So, let's see if anyone listens to all of you. When you say, enough, I had enough, and do you know what I'm going through? Are you actually going to do that? Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, you'll do that. But you'll say, God, please help. It's going to take a lot more than saying that to him. especially to your ancestors who are really pissed off at you. I mean, I don't know who's more mad, my ancestors or yours. But you do know that your ancestors are on my side, right? Because of what you did. They know I'm innocent. And for everyone else, who's doing blah, 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 I'm not going to get into it, doing to others, thinking that it's not going to get back to you, you know, like putting things in foods, drinks, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you're not going to come across it? Duh. Oh, they're really mad. So, you think anyone's going to listen? Well, I'll let you know. The answer's no. No one is going to listen. I know I wouldn't be. It's all of yourselves' fault. Not mine. It was all of you who acted like a dumb F. Because, you, you know, you probably have no answers why you did it. Except money hungry and, you thought it was a game. That's all of your problems. Not mine. Or anyone's. Now you will see who knows how to play dirty, since that's what all of you tried. You thought you forgot who has my back. And one of them, I'm his baby, but also, he created us. Who do you think, created all the games and, blah, 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 whatever? Did you actually think that you would beat him? You must have been tempted so much that you lost, I don't know, blood flow. You lost, I don't know, brain cells. I mean, really. How is it that if someone tells you, oh, let's go do this to a person, I'll pay you. But, you know, they only paid very little, but then they ran out of money, and then they ran out of their gifts if it is for, playing in spirit. And, at work, your place of work, doing crap from work, doing crap from your homes, you know, whatever. You didn't think that you would get caught. And especially, you know, why is it that, you know, you insist bringing back what our ancestors went through? Did you think that they had fun? I mean, why would you believe a lie anyway? Why would you do harm? Especially if it's forced. Especially, you see, money isn't evil unless you make it. And what you are doing to harm people and, whatever, do whatever, that's being evil, greedy with money. You're money hungry. So do you think you're going to have it when you go to prison, or, I don't know, be non existing because that hole that kept getting deeper that you fell in? Are you going to take it with you? You do know that once you get up there and, get in front of God or Jesus, to let you know if you're going to be non existing or whatever, that all the money that's going to be in your pockets or in the hole there, it's going to fall through the sky. You think you're going to really keep it? Hmm. Okay. So, again, what did it teach you? Oh, wait. You wouldn't know. Hmm. Well, to the new ones out there, research, because these ones will be examples to ones out there. And I told you that things changed, the laws and the rules of spirit and stuff like that. See, you're going to get instant karma from now on. If you want to play with that crap like that, you better know what you can and you can't do. You don't just play in spirit and do things. Yeah, they'll let you get away with it for a little while, but, not for long. I mean, the ones that, came up against me, yeah, I had to, play with yes for a while until a certain group came. Yes, I've been playing the whole time since I was little. I was just told. I don't remember it. I mean, I'm starting to remember things, but not all of it, which I will get all back, but, you know, I've been saying since I was little, one day, you know, I've been saying it. I didn't, at first, didn't know why, but, well, now you'll know. Because they had enough. And I told you more orders just went out, and all now it's like, I forgot what they said. This is like an emergency order, something like that. I don't know what it's called. So the wait is over for years. And you will be drugged out of your place, or, home, or where you're working, wherever. This way everybody can get their videos out. And you'll be held down by spirit or my men or whoever, until you get your handcuffs on and booked. But that's all I'm going to say. You know, I'm not the only one that kept saying, you know, make it better, make your lives better, help people, bring people together, protect each other, etc., etc. But hey, and people thought that I don't listen. I hear every word that people say. I mean, you thought I wasn't listening because I didn't say anything? It depends. Sometimes I don't say anything. You know, if someone asks for something and I don't answer, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go just automatically do it and get something for someone. Yeah, I'll do it. But that's for my family, though. I mean, if I'm not going to even explain it. I don't have to explain anything. For what? This way you could twist it. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You'll be in prison. Just remember, don't judge people, because you never know who they have behind them, backing them up, or you never know what someone is going through and what they've been through. And how you didn't think what they are. You see, you all thought that I was quiet like a mouse, a puppy that, was so lost, and that I was lonely, you know, and that I was always up to something, and you wanted to know for what. I mean, when I am up to something, I know exactly what to do. See, I don't ask anymore either, because I was always told lies on how to do something. You know, and with some professionals, like this, I told you that I was doing it on my own too, because my team won't tell me anything. What did I get? All the things, you know, didn't get to the people. All the reports I made. Oh, it got there. Oh, believe me. Don't think it didn't. But I'm talking about you thought what I put out didn't get there. You thought it was funny to tap in, make all these reports, but I don't know who I was talking to. I have ways to redo them too. But my team already did it, and so did God. You do know that He has ways of getting it there. Oh, wait. You don't think that. But anyway. Well, I didn't think this was going to be this long. Anyway, I'll let everybody go. And thank you, everyone, for being here and listening. I hope some of it helps. And I'm just letting you know what's up, you know, and what's coming, even more. Um, so, and always pay attention what's going on around you. And get the cameras ready. You're going to be seeing a lot of ones being held. But nobody's really there if you can't see the, angels holding them. But anyway, talk to you later. Everyone have a great morning, day, night, evening, whatever. Ciao.